Alright. Sunday, about lunchtime. Look at that, my hair's a mess. That's okay. I gotta get a haircut. We took this car out for dinner last night, me and the young feller. That's a great car for riding around, doing stuff. It drives like a Holden Chevy Malibu, but it's a little bit faster. And it's cool. I got a million things to do today. I need to begin some projects. That's what I need to do. I don't think I'm going to finish this today because I got some outside stuff to do today. And parts are coming in. I did get the tie rod ends already this morning. That's some fast service. You remember back when we were youngsters? You order something from the cereal box and it would say, please allow 6 to 8 weeks for shipping and handling. Now you get it the next day. Yeah, the next day. If there's not a shortage. I borrowed a backhoe from work. So I gotta do a little work with that thing. A little tidy up, a little clean up. I also need to get out the engine. It's gonna go in that 57, which is a 6-liter LS. So I'm probably gonna spend most of my day doing that kind of stuff, or most of the rest of the day. And yesterday, let me show you what I got right here. Yesterday, I went and got an Explorer rear end from the junkyard. I think it cost $90. Disc brakes, 373, posi. And it was a pain to get out because, and which is probably the reason why it was there, because somebody had taken the body mounts out of the Explorer, which allowed the frame to drop down on the ground. The thing was setting up on wheels, old wheels. So it made it quite an endeavor to get that rear end out of there, but I got it. I think this is going to work pretty slick. Could use some advice on a Tri-5 if anybody's done this before. I see one guy on the interwebs cut the axles and cut the housing and flipped them one side to the other to center the pumpkin. That's what we always called it when I was a youngster. I don't know what y'all call it. Hog's head or whatever. I don't know. Because these are not centered. I don't know if that's all that necessary. I don't know that it needs to be narrowed. It's a ½ inch narrower, according to my research, than the original 57 rear end. And I'm not building pro street or nothing. I just want it to be pretty stock, sleeper looking, but 6-liter, little cam. You know, I'm waving my hand over here, but y'all can't see it. Let me fix that. 6-liter, small cam, just a little bit hotter than stock. Sleeper. That's what I'm going for. Don't need big tires. In fact, I'd like to run original hubcaps. But it's got 14s on it now. Probably need 15s. I'm going to put discs in the front. I'm going to have discs in the back. 6-liter 4L80E. Slight stall converter. I think that should be good. That's my plan so far. I'm going to shut up now. I wasn't really planning to do this, but I do have to crank this old truck up. So let's do a Carolina cold start. I think it's 80 degrees. Ran yesterday. Well, it fired right up, didn't it? Hope I shut the radio off in time. Alright, here's something else. Maybe my last video is messed up because I had it on the wrong setting, but you can't do it again, can I? Anyway, I digress. That's a big word for a boy from the country, ain't it? I was at the pull apart, bought this fan, And the man ringing everything up, you know, put that in there. But then there's this lady that comes by. I guess her job is to make sure they're charging you for everything they get. And she told them to charge me for that body module. So, let me look at my little receipt here. I bought the rear end without drums for $87.22 with a $15 core. I don't recall them charging for cores. So anyways, I got $100 bucks and $102.22 in that rear end, which is pretty reasonable, I think. Assuming it's not junk. I paid $33.63 for that body module. And $28.13 for the fan with the motor. I think what that little ding-danger right there does, maybe, is it activates the high and low speed with 2 wires. So that's pretty nice. I already forgot what that came out of. It was some kind of Ford car, one of the bigger ones. The fan I got on my blue and white Chevy truck, it works, but not the greatest. So anyways, I might see if that'll do right for me on that, or maybe the 57. We'll see. I'm a little aggravated about paying that much for that, but not too much. Alright, here's what we're up against. Right there's a 6-liter. So I got to get that out of there. I need to do some organizing. Look at there, there's a 327. There's a 454. There's a 5.3. Turbo 350. I think that's a Turbo 350 too. There's a T5. Might come in handy for something like, say, that 36 Ford, or something like that. I ought to look into getting one of them backhoes, or just to have, you know. Pretty handy. Young man here just asked a question I was thinking I ought to explain anyway. Look here. All these old cheap Chinese sockets. I've been saving them for some reason or another. Anyway, they make great spacers. See, this is metric. I don't got a lot of metric bolts. And the bolts I had were too long, so I used them for spacers. It's going to work out just fine. Don't throw anything away. Learn that from the people in the Depression. We might learn a little something about that our own selves here. Another question the young feller asked, what are we doing with this? Well, what we're going to do is put it in that 57 Chevrolet. So I need to kind of strip it down and see what we're up against here. I know got to do something with the oil pan. The man I got this from said he thought the top end had been rebuilt recently, and it kind of looks that way. Ain't a couple new head exhaust manifold bolts. Looks like recent water pump maybe. No bolts are broke off. It looks like it might have some aftermarket head gaskets. I saw some blue here and there, so the rear main seal's been replaced, looks like. So I don't know, we'll tear into her a little bit, see what we see, but not today. Alright, in my never-ending attempt to tidy and clean around the place, or at least move stuff from one spot to another, I'm going to take this 327 from my van here and put it over here. And you longtime viewers may recall that 327 was in the 55 Chevy truck when I bought it for my wife on Mother's Day in a long time ago. I don't know, 10, 12 years ago or something like that. And then it had a Muncie 4-speed behind it at that point, which I still have. And then I put it from that 55, after it sat in the shop for a couple years, in that 66. But then I took it out and put the 283 that Little Miss and I built. But now she's not little no more, and I miss her. Is that funny?
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
So there's that. But this is a good engine. I ain't sure what I'm gonna do with it. But I don't see no point in getting rid of it. Do you?
No.
Okay. Alright, I've got the inside cleaned out where you can get to it. Look, there's a wasper. I need to clean out a few more things. We got a French fry basket, for Pete's sake. This thing needs everything. Look at here. You can put a 4-barrel on a 2-barrel intake, or a Holley 2-barrel on a 4-barrel intake. This thing right here has got a lot of potential. It just needs almost everything, that's all. Almost everything. Alright. Look what I stumbled across here. See that, what that is difference? That's a small block Chevy one. Actually, I'll do a Cadillac too. But this is Buick Olds Pontiac Bellhausen. You don't find them every day. I think that's a 241 gear out of a Trans Am. I think that's what that is. Posi? You know, I'm saving it for in case I might need it someday. There's a 3-speed Hurst shifter. I think that's a Muncie. That come out of that 66 Nova I had. That's where that came from. And a bunch of flex plates. What do we got here? Oh, Pontiac flywheel. Come on. That's a Pontiac. That probably came off a 305. And that's something for something. Oh yeah, that goes in there. Anyways, we might leave that stuff there, maybe. Funny how you forget what you got. That's a 3-speed. I think I bought that from Pull Apart a long time ago when they first opened, at least near where I live. And I think it was like 40 bucks, but it's got a nice Hurst shifter on it. There's another Hurst 3-speed shifter. I don't remember where I got that. I guess it don't matter. I don't remember where I got half of this stuff. I think this transmission, that's a Turbo 400, came out of my blue and white truck. Rebuilt that on the tailgate when I lived in a trailer park. Probably needs rebuilt again. What do you think? Alright, I got my trailer mostly loaded down with all kinds of goodies. And I got this mostly thinned out. This is a 327. I think it's a 67 or 68 maybe. I don't know. Anyways, it's got a Power Glide. And my plan for that, loosely, is to put it in that 1936 Ford I got. I don't know if I'll do the Power Glide, but maybe. Look at that piston. I think that come out of an engine I was trying to save the crank or something. In my younger days. There's a crank back there. Probably ain't no good now. Anyway. That's enough of that. Ooh, she's kind of sagging, ain't she? That's alright. That's alright. Alright, once again, I got a big mess on the workbench. But I got the upper control arms in. I don't have the daggone upper control arm bolts, though. Which means I can't put it together. But that's okay. I'm getting tired anyways. I gotta jockey all them vehicles around, and then I'm gonna call it a day. That's what I'm gonna do.